Okay, stuck inside, locked down. Might as well get some tools and fix something. Going crazy, nothing to do. All right, keep watching. We're going to cover the tools you need for your basic DIY toolkit. So if you don't have one of these and know what to do with it, we're going to cover that now. Hey, Ray Ruthin here. Welcome back to the Woodcrafting Place. Okay, but before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to all of the medical professionals and first responders out there. You go into harm's way every day while we stay home and safe, so thank you. You are our heroes. And for those of you who have some N95 masks you've had in your shop, or some gloves, if you have some rubber gloves that you don't need right now for your family, send them to your local hospital or your local medical professional. They're out there taking care of us, so let's do what we can to take care of them. Today, one of my favorite topics, we're talking about tools. That's right. Don't forget, if you like what you see in today's video, don't forget to hit the thumb and like. Let us know that we're bringing you good information and we're covering the right topics. And click on the subscribe and the bell. That way you get notified each week of all the woodworking content that we bring you. Oh, and if you already have basic tools, you're a jack of all trades, pretty much fix everything around your house, but you're looking for a little more challenge and you're ready to take on some fun woodworking, you want to check out the video shown up above. This is our tools that you need for the beginning woodworker. So that's for you. Basic toolkit, basic new homeowner, DIY person. Starts out pretty basic, and it's really affordable tools, nothing advanced or difficult to use. Your basic hammer. And don't worry, by the way, these will all be listed, and you'll find them, links, down below in the affiliate links. Adjustable wrench. Super handy. Does a lot of uses, not just tightening bolts, but you'll need one. Tape measure, basic. You'll need some screwdrivers, of course, and I know most of you probably already have all this stuff, but these are the things. Pliers. Now you notice these are not the standard old style pliers. These are what's called lineman pliers. They are a combination cutter and pliers. I favor these because they're so dual use. Insulated handle, so if you do decide to do any electrical repairs around the house, you don't get shocked. Now, you decide you need to cut some wood, I recommend you go with something like this, a jigsaw. Jigsaw is great for cutting straight. You can also cut curves, so it's dual use. Fairly safe. It's a pretty basic saw with a pretty small learning curve. You'll learn how to use one of these really easily. Of course, no DIYer would be prepared without safety glasses and a respirator, a filter mask. If you ever work with wood and produce sawdust, you want to get one of these. Much as I love the smell of sawdust, and let me tell you,
smell that? Nothing else in the world smells like that.
It's not really great for your lungs. So if you're producing a lot of sawdust inside, sanding, especially sanding, produces very fine dust, which is really bad for you. You want to get one of these. And this will be my favorite one. You'll find this one down linked below. Low profile, really nice. A couple other things you'll want in your toolbox. Basic taping knife, you'll want that. Caulking gun. This is one tool I recommend. Don't buy the cheap one. Go with the better model. I've got 25 years out of this caulk gun. Still works perfect like the day I bought it. Razor knife. Your basic straight knife. Sheetrock and whatever kind of work you run into, one of these. This is what's called a non-contact voltage tester. You turn it on. Before you touch or go near wires, run this around all the wires. Just put this little tip right near the wires. And if you hear this noise, It's live. Okay, so one thing you'll also want in your toolkit are Allen wrenches, standard small set of Allen wrenches. You may want to pick up metric and standard. Some of the things you'll run into these days are using metric, excuse me. So, but if you should want to fix a faucet, for instance, the handles need one of these to be removed so you can get to that gasket. Now, the good news about some of these tools, tape measures, screwdrivers, and a bunch of other tools, you could actually get free. That's right, free tools. You can't get much better than free tools. Harbor Freight. Now, this video is not in any way sponsored by Harbor Freight. Just sharing the wealth. Go online to harborfreight.com and you'll find their coupons. They almost always have a 20% off coupon, and frequently a coupon that if you go to the store, you can get a variety of tools free. Way to beat that. So when you go down to pick up your taping knife, you get yourself a free tape measure. And of course, you will want to have a drill. Now, this will be one of the few power tools along with the jigsaw that you'll want in the basic toolkit. And if you get the screwdriver bits, if you need to put together a piece of furniture from that Swedish store, you know, the ones with the crazy instructions, this makes it much faster. The essential for hanging any shelf or picture, Black & Decker level, also a stud finder. Make this work. This is self-leveling. You want to find out where the stud is at, simply hold against here, squeeze, wait for it to stop beeping. There's the edge of your beam. Absolutely necessary for the toolkit. Lest we forget, the one last, probably most utilized tool for home repair. One of the most important elements of your home DIY toolkit is a plunger. Not a woodworking tool, I recognize that, but you trust me, you need one of these in your toolkit. That's your basic toolkit. Get yourself a bucket, big box store, a big orange bucket or whatever. Put your tools in there and you're good to go. And you've got yourself your DIY toolkit, which you can take everywhere in your house to fix whatever it is you need to do. Okay, so we're going to put our basic toolkit off to the side now. Put that down. Again, it's ready to go anywhere you need to. Let's move on because it's all about the tools. So you've decided that it's time to make some other projects. Something larger like maybe a deck, or you're doing some interior work, you have some trim work to do around the house, you did some sheetrock and now you got some moldings to replace, putting in a new door, something of that nature. You're going to need a few more tools. The basic tools that you're going to need for a lot of these projects. Starting out, you're going to want something like this, a circular saw. Now, if it's for very occasional use, that saw will do just fine. However, I'm going to highly recommend that you buy yourself a miter saw. A miter saw basically does the same thing as a circular saw. However, because it's fixed with a pivot, you get repeatable cuts, a good working platform, and when you go for angles, you can get a nice exact angle over and over once you have the saw dialed in. The basic 10-inch single bevel miter saw will only cost you a little bit more than the circular saw. All right, so beyond that, one of these, again, this is in addition to the basic toolkit, which we just looked at, is you might want to invest in a compressor. A basic pancake 1-gallon style compressor is all you need. You're going to want to invest, really consider air nailer. All right, this is a combination nailer stapler from, you guessed it, Harbor Freight. Very affordable. If you're going to be building a deck or doing structural work and you decide to use nails, you might want to look at something like this. I'm going to put that up there. That's pretty big. That's your base framing nailer. If you're putting a lot of studs up, you're building walls and what have you, that will do it fast. You hook that up to your 1-gallon compressor, bang, bang, bang. You can shoot nails all day long. If you're building a deck, you want to get yourself a line to snap. You're also going to need some basic garden tools. You're going to need a shovel and a wheelbarrow. You'll need a socket set, 3/8 inch. Do yourself a favor, get both metric and standard, basic pry bar. This is one of those tools that you don't really appreciate it until you need it, and boy, when you need it, it really comes in handy. And of course, you'll need something to make sure everything's square. Something like this, your basic framing square. You can use a combination square that also has a 45-degree angle on it. That works as well. So if you liked what you saw today, again, don't forget, hit the thumb. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell down below. That way you get notified each week of all the content that we bring you. I really appreciate you watching to the end. It means the world to me. Thank you very much, and you have yourself a great day. See you in the next video.